Hi, my name is Dan Kaczmarek, a consultant here at Campus Labs, working with Dallas Baptist University on your assessment planning. Today we're going to do a little bit of a condensed planning training. So I'm going to walk you through the planning module and show you what you need to do to track your goals, your results, and your action steps. To log in, you're going to go to dbu.compliance-assist.com, and you're going to use your username and password to log in. So it's that same username and password that you might use for other systems on campus. Once you log in, you're going to see a screen that looks a little something like this, and you're going to click on the Planning button. This will take you to the home page of Planning. On this front page, you're going to see any announcements that are going to be pertinent to the process on campus. One that's really important right now is a link to allow you to download a user guide and a form to get user access for other individuals within your department. If I click on that button, it's going to take me to a place where I can download that planning guide, which has some nice little screenshot walkthroughs very similar to what we're going to be doing right now, or that you might have done during the training on campus. There's also this user access form to get other individuals access to the site. If you do have any questions about user access, do reach out to Carol Reed at the Office of Institutional Effectiveness. The area in the site where you're going to be doing your work is called My Dashboard. If I click on the button at the top of the screen, the first area that you will see is called My Roles, and you will see any form, as long as you see you have this menu at all items, you'll see any form that you've already filled out within the site. Now, I have myself assigned to the English department right now. My academic programs, you're going to see your curriculum map has already been uploaded into the site, so just go in there and review it and make sure that it's the most up-to-date. During your training, you're also going to be putting in your mission statement. Academic support, you're going to have something very similar. You're just not going to see the curriculum map, and things might be worded slightly different, but just kind of keep that in mind going forward. If you need to start off a form from scratch, you're going to go to the tab that either says Academic Annual Reports or Academic Support Annual Reports. And then you'll just make sure that you are clicked on your department. So once again, I'm working within the English department. There are buttons here that allow you to filter through fiscal years so that you can jump around and enter information into the future, into the past, or when you do have more information inside of the site, maybe next year you'll be able to kind of look at what you did last year. Now, we're going to be working over the summer to roll over some of this information so that you don't have to put it in again. If you hover over New Item, that's going to give you a list of all of the forms that you can actually fill out within the site. You have a form to track your goals, your outcomes, and your assessment tools, a goal for your data, assessment review, and your conclusions, and then also one for your implemented action plan, improvement, and results. My academic programs, once again, you have that curriculum map that's already been uploaded for you. You're going to be filling out these forms more than once. So my goal form, I'm going to be filling out twice, once for each one of my goals. Let's go into that goal form and I'll show you what I mean. With any form within the site, the first step you're going to take is giving it a title. So I'm going to call this one Goal 1 Critical Thinking. So this is the form that I'm going to be using within the site to track my goal, whatever goal it is that I am tracking during that academic year. I'm going to click on Save so that I can go in here and do some more work within this particular goal form. A button at the top, or a tab at the top that might be important to you, is one that's called Activity. If you have multiple individuals working within the site filling out information, you can go into this Activity tab and see who was inside of that particular form and what did they do and when did they do it. So it's a good way to kind of keep track of multiple users that might be within your department doing work. Anytime I need to add information, though, I want to make sure I'm on the Edit tab. You'll notice in each one of the forms there's these little eye bubbles. If I hover over them, it's going to give me some additional information that I might need so that I know what information needs to go within that particular area of the site. A little further down, I have areas known as file libraries where I can upload files. So here's my description of assessment tool. Here's where I'll probably want to upload what that assessment tool was. I can just click on Upload Files, give my file a name, and then select the file off my computer. There's also an area here that says Multiple File Uploader where I can upload multiple files. One cool thing about the site is you could drag the icon from a file and drop it in to upload it. So here I've uploaded a survey. If I click on Upload Files, it says everything worked well, right? All files were uploaded, and I can close out of here. And there's my survey. There's also areas here where you can show the fiscal year that you're working in. It will always default to the current year. There's a progress field, so if you're still working on this, you can label it in progress so you can keep track. If you have some sort of internal review process, you can label things ready for review so that that reviewer, maybe a department chair, can go in and take a look. And if you list anything as completed, that's an indication to the Office of Institutional Effectiveness that that data is ready to be input into any sort of reports that the school is running. If I scroll back up to the top and click on Edit within any one of these fields, it's going to allow me to enter information. So here I'm in the goal. I would have to give a little description of my goal. You can type it directly into the site. Or if you have a description of your goal already somewhere in another document, you're going to use this Paste as Plain Text feature. Copy and paste the information into this text box and just hit paste. The reason why you're going to paste as plain text is it strips the language of any external code that might be kind of riding piggyback from the website or the PDF or the Word document or the Excel document that you had copied from. From there, you can do any formatting within the site. Bolding, italicize, underline, all that good stuff is inside of here. You know, your numbered list, your bulleted list. You can change the foreground color, the color of the actual letters, or the background, superscript, subscript. All that stuff that you might be familiar with other text editors you can do within the site. If you're tracking maybe results and you already have a table that has been created within Microsoft Excel or some other kind of data processing software, you can definitely copy and paste that within the site. In that instance, you're just going to paste it normally, and we'll see if it does anything kind of strange. We can take a look and see if there's any sort of HTML that rode piggyback on that image. You could upload it as an image, though. That might be the best way to go, is to save that table or that chart or that graph as an image and upload it using the Image Manager. The Image Manager is just going to be a place where you can upload any image into the site. I'm just going to click Select here, select the image from my site, from my computer, and click Upload. If I want to pull it into this area, I just click Insert, and now you can see I have a gigantic image inside of the site. That's probably going to look a little funny on my reports. So to resize the image, I can just right-click on the image and go into Properties. I can add a border and adjust the border width. And if I want to resize the image, I can adjust the width and the height right here. What's cool about the Image Manager is if I click on this little link, this little chain there, it will link the height and the width so that my image maintains its proportions. If I click OK, you can see that my image has now been resized. It has a nice little border around it, and it's a little bit more manageable for the reports. Another feature within this area is a table builder, where you can build tables directly within the site. Right now you can see I have a little ghost table, a 3x3 table, but if I right-click within my table and go to the cell properties, I can select all of the cells and go into the style builder to adjust the borders. So this might be a little bit more complicated. If you already have something that's already built, I would say go in and just kind of use that, maybe save it as an image from Excel. I'm going to make sure that my border width, the color, and the style are the same for all, and then just make the appropriate selections. Once I click OK, I can go into the table properties and do the same thing. Solid line, 3 pixels, and then a black border. I'd also make sure that my borders are collapsed so that there are no separations in between specific cells. Once I click OK and click OK here, you'll see that I have a nice little table right here. Need to adjust the cell properties as well. Looks like I didn't save that. So once I have that finished, click OK, click OK. I can go in here and type data inside of it. So that's a way that you could build tables within the site. But if, like I said, if they're already built, don't reinvent the wheel. We can just insert them as images. Once I click Update, that information goes into the site. If I click Save and Close, you'll notice that now this data type, this form, is in the site right here. Once I'm ready to track Goal 2, I would fill out another form. A good way to keep track of everything, you can see I have Goal 1. If I go into my data form, I'd probably want to call that Goal 1 Data. And my results could be Goal 1 Action Plan. So just be mindful of the way that you're titling things within the site. You can always go back and make adjustments in the future, but once you mark a form as completed within the site, that's just an indication that that is ready to go. If you have any questions or need assistance, do reach out to the Carol Reed in the Office of Institutional Effectiveness. Her information is located inside of your user guide. So if you go to that homepage and find that user guide, that'll be helpful. Also, there's a help button up here. If you click on that, it's going to open up the Compliance Assist support site where you'll have some resources on planning, especially some short tutorials inside of the site on how to add information to your planning items, and also information on how you can use the Image Manager. Good luck with your assessments. And like I said, if you do have any questions, reach out to the Office of Institutional Effectiveness. They're always there to help. Have a good day.